Short stories for the slightly disturbed with Matt DeBoner.
Hello, my name is Matt DeBoner, and today's short story for the slightly disturbed is a scary tale called The Woods That Came Alive. I hope you enjoy it. It all started when Mike convinced 4 of his closest friends to go hiking with him in a small town called Zip Zip Can. A little old lady told Mike that the woods there can make people's wishes come true. Mike convinced his friends to take the plunge. Oh yeah, his friends' names were Billy, Tim, Mark, and Tony. The trip took about 3 hours. When they arrived, Mike asked around in the town and found that there was one cabin left in the woods. So Mike and his friends rented it and bought food and beer and moved into the cabin for the week. The cabin was very old. It had running water, a TV, and an outhouse outside. Billy was the first one that wanted to see if his wishes would come true. So Billy went to sleep and wished of having sex with a young Italian woman. So the next morning, Billy was going to the bathroom, and when he was done, he opened a door, and there stood a 6'2", hot brown-haired Italian woman. Billy was so excited that he just exploded in his pants. So much came out that Billy had a heart attack and died on the toilet. The woods came alive and took Billy away. Tim was the next one to wish for something. He wished for bags and bags of bubble gum. The gum that he wanted was Hubba Bubba. People don't understand that Hubba Bubba comes from monks. They made the gum to keep demons out of their temple. Getting back to the story, so Tim's wish came true and he got 300 bags of gum. Tim decided to try and chew all of them at once. He got all of it in his mouth, but the strain of chewing so much gum made his mouth explode. Tim fell backwards and landed on a rock and ripped his head open, and he died. And then the woods came alive and took Tim away. Tony then caught on that his friends were all dying. So he thought real hard about what to wish for. He wished for lots of food. Tony sat down at the table and all of his food was there. There was steak, chicken, veggies, hot sauce, fries, applesauce, and lots more. Tony grew up skinny and not having a lot of food around. So Tony went crazy and ate all day long. When he was done, he started to feel sick and bloated. The food started coming out in different parts of his body. Gravy was coming out of his knees. Steak and chicken coming out of his ears. Tic Tacs out of his butt. And finally, Jello out of his penis. Tony thought that was blood, and he started to run to the bathroom. He tripped and fell on an axe, and he died. The woods then came alive and took Tony away. The next one that wanted to wish for something was Mark. Mark really wanted to be a famous person. So the next day, Mark was watching TV and he saw himself on the screen. Mark was so excited that he started to call his family. Mark heard a knock on the door and went to answer it. Mark opened it and he saw himself standing there. What? The other Mark said to the real Mark, "You are dead." And the two Marks started to fight. They were going at it hard. The real Mark went to throw a punch and missed, but he did end up putting his hand through the TV and burned himself to death. The fake Mark started to laugh, and he left. And the woods came alive and took Mark away. Finally, there was Mike. Mike caught on that all his friends were all dead. Mike wished that he could burn down the whole forest. What a great wish. So the woods all caught fire, and there was no more woods. Mike was so happy that he got in his car and drove off. What Mike did not realize is that woods also can wish for things. The woods wished for the brakes on Mike's car to fail, and they did. Mike crashed into a tree and also died. So everyone died. The end. I guess we all just learned what happens when you go into the woods and make wishes. You die. Thank you for joining me for The Woods That Came Alive. I'm Matt DeBoner, reminding you to stay just slightly disturbed.